Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our channel. I'm so excited to see you here today because we're going to do something really special together. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew the English words, but when you tried to speak, it just didn't sound natural? Maybe you said, "I want coffee," instead of, "I'd like a coffee, please," and people looked at you a bit strangely. Well, today, we're going to fix that problem forever. We're going to spend 60 minutes together learning real-life English dialogues that native speakers actually use every single day. These aren't textbook conversations. These are the real conversations you'll have at the store, at the bank, at work, and with your friends. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly how to sound polite, natural, and confident in dozens of everyday situations. We'll practice together, and I'll give you all my best tips to make your English sound amazing. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Are you ready? Let's start with something we all do almost every day. Let's imagine you're going shopping. Now, I want you to listen carefully to two ways of asking for something. Version 1, "I want bread." Version 2, "Could I have 2 loaves of bread, please?" Can you hear the difference? The second one sounds much more polite and natural. This is super important in English. We almost never say, "I want," directly to service people. It sounds rude, even if you don't mean it to be rude. Let me teach you the magic phrases that will make you sound like a native speaker. At the bakery. "Could I have 2 loaves of bread, please?" "How much is the chocolate cake?" "I'll take 6 rolls, please." Listen to how I say this. Could I have? This is so much better than "I want." Practice with me. Say, "Could I have a coffee, please?" Perfect. At the grocery store. "How much are the tomatoes today?" "I'll take 2 kilos, please." "Do you have any fresh apples?" Here's a common mistake I hear. Students say, "How much cost the tomatoes?" This is wrong. We say, "How much are the tomatoes?" or "How much do the tomatoes cost?" Remember this pattern.
At the pharmacy. "I need some cough syrup, please." "Do you have anything for a headache?" "How often should I take this?" Teaching note. "I need" is okay at the pharmacy because it's about health. It's not rude here. Now, let's practice a complete dialogue. I'll be the shop assistant, and you be the customer. Shop assistant. "Good morning. How can I help you?" You. "Good morning. Could I have 2 loaves of bread, please?" Shop assistant. "Of course. Anything else?" You. "How much is the chocolate cake?" Shop assistant. "It's $12. You. "Perfect. I'll take that too, please." Did you notice how polite and natural that sounded? That's the power of using the right phrases. Now let's talk about travel. Whether you're taking the bus, train, or asking for directions, These phrases will save your life. At the train station, listen to this. I would like a ticket to London, please. Not, I want ticket London. That sounds very strange to native speakers. Teaching note. Explain that I would like is the most polite way to make requests. Here are your essential travel phrases. Buying tickets. I would like a return ticket to Manchester, please. What time does the next train leave? How much is a single ticket? Teaching note. Return ticket equals round trip ticket. Single ticket equals one-way ticket. On the bus. Does this bus go to Central Station? Could you tell me when we reach Riverside Street? How much is the fare? Asking for directions. This is so important. Listen carefully. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the Central Park? Is it far from here? Should I take the bus or walk? Teaching note. Always start with "excuse me" when approaching strangers. Here's what not to say. Where is park? This is too direct and sounds rude. Always use, could you tell me where the park is? Or could you tell me how to get to the park? Let's practice a direction conversation. You. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the Central Park? Local person. Sure. Go straight for about 5 minutes, then turn left at the traffic lights. It's on your right. You. Thank you so much. Is it far from here? Local person. No, just about 10 minutes on foot. You. Perfect. Thank you for your help. Beautiful. Did you hear how polite and grateful you sounded?
Now, let's talk about work English. This is where being polite is super important. You want to sound professional, but friendly. Asking for help at work. Could you help me check this report, please? I'm having trouble with this. Could you give me a hand? Do you have a moment to look at this? Teaching note, give me a hand means help me. Very common and natural. In meetings, I think we should start with the budget. Could we discuss the timeline? What do you think about this idea? Here's a big mistake I hear. You must do this report. This sounds like an order and it's very rude. Instead say, could you please prepare this report by tomorrow morning? Presenting information. Today I'd like to talk about our sales results. Let me show you the numbers. As you can see, sales increased by 10%. Teaching note, I'd like to equals I would like to. Contracted form is very natural. At school or in training, could you explain this exercise again, please? I don't understand this question. Is this correct? If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let's practice a work situation. Manager, could you prepare a presentation for tomorrow's meeting? You, of course. What should I focus on? Manager, please include the sales figures and the new project timeline. You, perfect. I'll send it to you by email tonight. Excellent! You sound so professional. Now for my favorite part, Social English. This is where you can really show your personality and make friends. Inviting someone. Would you like to come for dinner on Saturday? I'm making tea. Would you like to join me? Do you want to grab coffee sometime? Teaching note. Grab coffee equals have coffee together. Very casual and natural. Accepting invitations. That sounds wonderful, thank you. I'd love to. What time? That's very kind of you. I'd like that. Politely declining. Thank you for inviting me, but I'm busy that day. I'd love to, but I have other plans. Maybe another time? I can't make it this weekend. Teaching note. Always thank someone first, then decline. Never just say no. At a restaurant. Could we see the menu, please? I'd like the grilled chicken, please. Could I have the bill, please? Teaching note. Bill equals check in American English. Both are correct. Complimenting and responding. Your English is really improving. Thank you. I've been practicing a lot. This food is delicious. I'm so glad you like it. Offering help. Do you need any help? Can I give you a hand with that? Let me help you with those bags. Accepting help. That's very kind of you, thank you. Yes, please. That would be great. I'd appreciate that, thanks. Here's a lovely social conversation. Friend, I'm making dinner on Sunday. Would you like to come? You. That sounds wonderful. What time? Friend, around 6 p.m. I'm making pasta. You. Perfect. Can I bring anything? Friend, just bring yourself. You. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm looking forward to it. Beautiful. You sound so warm and friendly. Wow! Look how much we've learned today. You now have the tools to sound polite, natural, and confident in dozens of everyday situations. Let me give you the 3 most important things to remember. 1. Use I would like instead of I want. This single change will make you sound so much more polite and natural. 2. Start requests with could you or would you? This is the secret to sounding like a native speaker. And 3, always say please and thank you. English speakers use these words constantly. Teaching note. These 3 rules will transform their English immediately. Now, here's your homework challenge. This week, I want you to use at least 5 of these phrases in real situations. Go to a coffee shop and say, I'd like a coffee, please. Ask someone for directions using, could you tell me how to get to? Practice makes perfect. And the more you use these phrases, the more natural they'll become. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Every time you speak English, you're getting better. I'm so proud of you for spending 45 minutes with me today improving your English. What was your favorite phrase from today's lesson? Write it in the comments below. I read every single comment and I love hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ring that notification bell so you never miss our new English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing, keep improving, and remember, you've got this. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye for now, my wonderful English learners.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Artificial Fluency. I want you to imagine something with me. What if I told you that your brain, right now, as you're listening to me, is physically changing? Not just learning new information, but actually rewiring itself, creating new connections, strengthening some pathways and weakening others. It might sound like science fiction, but it's absolutely true. Your brain isn't a fixed computer that was programmed at birth and locked forever. It's more like a living garden that's constantly growing, changing, and adapting based on what you feed it. Today, we're going to explore one of the most exciting discoveries in modern science: neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself. More importantly, we'll learn how to use this incredible power to accelerate your English learning and create positive changes in your life. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how to literally reshape your brain for better English skills, stronger habits, and increased confidence. So let's dive into the amazing world of brain transformation. Teaching note: neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections. Rewiring means changing the connections in your brain. Think of it like rewiring a house. You're changing how the electrical connections work. Today's fascinating lesson explores 5 key areas of brain transformation. First, we'll discover your sculptable brain, understanding that you're not hardwired and can actively shape your mental patterns. Second, we'll learn action over motivation. Why waiting to feel motivated is a trap, and how action creates motivation, not the other way around. Third, we'll explore the architecture of habits, how repeated behaviors literally reshape your brain and identity. Fourth, we'll master the power of focused attention, how your focus determines what gets built in your brain. And finally, we'll understand strategic stress and recovery, how to use challenging experiences to strengthen your brain while avoiding burnout. Each section includes practical applications for English learning and real-life examples you can implement immediately. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let's begin by fundamentally changing how you think about your brain and your potential for learning English. The fixed brain myth. Many people believe they have a fixed brain, that their intelligence, language abilities, and personality were determined at birth and can't be changed. You might have heard statements like, "I'm just not good at languages. I'm too old to learn English. Some people have a talent for languages, but I don't. My brain doesn't work that way." But here's the truth. You are not hardwired. Your brain isn't some rigid machine that was programmed at birth and locked in forever. Teaching note: hardwired originally refers to electrical connections that are permanently fixed, but when talking about the brain, it means having abilities or behaviors that supposedly cannot be changed. This is a myth. Our brains are actually very flexible. Understanding neuroplasticity. The scientific term for your brain's ability to change is neuroplasticity. It means your brain is always reshaping itself, whether you realize it or not. Every single day, your brain creates new connections between brain cells, strengthens pathways you use frequently, weakens connections you don't use, adapts to new experiences and information, rebuilds itself based on your thoughts and actions. This happens automatically, but here's the powerful part. You can consciously guide this process. Teaching note: neuroplasticity combines neuro, relating to nerves or brain, and plasticity, ability to be shaped or molded. Think of plastic. It can be shaped into different forms. Your brain has this same flexibility.
The living garden metaphor. Think of your brain as a living garden. Every thought you have, every behavior you repeat, every emotion you feel, it's like planting a seed. These seeds can grow into strong, helpful trees like focus and concentration, confidence in speaking English, language learning skills, positive thinking patterns, problem-solving abilities, or weeds like self-doubt and negative self-talk, fear of making mistakes, procrastination habits, anxiety about speaking English, fixed mindset thinking. Teaching note: a metaphor is when we compare one thing to another to help explain it. The garden metaphor helps us understand that our brains grow whatever we plant with our thoughts and actions. Brain transformation vocabulary. Hardwired, supposedly unchangeable, but this is false. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Reshaping itself, changing its structure and connections. Living garden, metaphor for how the brain grows what we feed it. Planting seeds, starting new thought or behavior patterns. The critical choice. Since your brain is always changing, you have a crucial choice. You're either consciously building a better garden or letting the weeds take over. Unconscious brain change. Without conscious effort, your brain still changes based on what you consume: TV, social media, conversations, how you spend your time, what you think about most, which emotions you experience repeatedly, the habits you practice daily. Conscious brain change. With intentional effort, you can direct your brain's development toward English fluency and communication skills, confident, positive thinking patterns, productive learning habits, emotional resilience and growth,
Whatever goals matter most to you.
Practical applications for English learning. Instead of thinking, I'm bad at English pronunciation, try thinking, I'm training my brain to hear and produce English sounds more accurately. Instead of thinking, I'll never be fluent, try thinking, my brain is building stronger English pathways every day. Instead of thinking, I'm too old to learn, try thinking, my mature brain brings focus and dedication to English learning. Evidence of your brain's flexibility. You've already experienced neuroplasticity many times. Learning to ride a bicycle, your brain developed balance and coordination. Getting used to a new neighborhood, your brain mapped new routes. Adapting to a smartphone, your brain learned new finger movements and interfaces. Developing preferences for foods you once disliked. Your English brain is already changing. Right now, as you listen to this lesson, your brain is building stronger connections for English vocabulary. You're developing better listening comprehension pathways. Your pronunciation centers are activating as you hear new words. You're creating memory links between concepts and English expressions. Taking control of your brain's development. The key insight is this: you're not stuck, you're sculptable. And the more intentional you are with your thoughts and actions, the more powerful your transformation becomes. Daily questions for brain sculpting. What am I feeding my brain today? Are my thoughts and activities building the skills I want? How can I intentionally practice English in small ways? What mental weeds do I need to stop watering? Creating your English brain garden. Plant seeds of daily English exposure, podcasts, videos, articles, positive self-talk about your progress, curiosity about English culture and expressions, courage to make mistakes and learn from them, patience with your learning process. Stop watering weeds of negative comparisons with other learners, perfectionism that prevents practice, fear of speaking that limits opportunities, impatience with natural learning timelines, fixed mindset beliefs about language ability. Teaching note: intentional means done on purpose with a clear plan. Sculptable means able to be shaped or formed. Watering weeds in this context means giving attention and energy to negative thoughts or habits. Key learning points for brain plasticity. Hardwired means unchangeable, but this is a myth about brains. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to change and adapt. Living garden shows how thoughts and actions grow into patterns. Intentional means doing something on purpose with a clear plan. Your brain changes constantly. You can consciously guide this change. Now, let's explore one of the most important discoveries about how change really happens and why most people have it backwards. The motivation myth. Most people believe they need to feel motivated before they can take action. They think, once I feel motivated to practice English, then I'll start studying regularly. This leads to waiting to feel motivated,
which is one of the biggest traps in personal development. The problem is that motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel excited about learning English. Other days you feel tired or unmotivated. If you wait for motivation, you'll practice inconsistently and make slow progress. Teaching note: a trap is something that catches you and prevents you from moving forward. Unreliable means you can't depend on it. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. What neuroscience really shows. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. Neuroscience says the opposite is true. Action comes first, motivation follows. When you take action, even small action, your brain responds by thinking, "Oh, you're actually doing something? This must be important. Let me rewire myself to support it." Your brain then releases chemicals that make the activity feel more rewarding, strengthens neural pathways related to that behavior, makes it easier to repeat the action next time, and builds momentum for continued practice. Teaching note: neuroscience is the scientific study of the brain and nervous system. Neural pathways are the connections between brain cells that control thoughts and behaviors. The campfire analogy. Think about starting a campfire. You don't wait to feel warm before lighting the fire. You light the match first and then enjoy the warmth that follows. The same principle applies to any goal. Journaling. You don't wait to feel inspired, you start writing. Exercise. You don't wait to feel energetic, you start moving. English practice. You don't wait to feel confident, you start speaking. Action first, vocabulary. Waiting to feel motivated is one of the biggest traps. Action comes first, motivation follows. Light the match first. Take action before you feel ready. Rewire itself to support it. Brain adapts to support your actions. Build momentum. Create forward energy through action.
The brain's response to action. When you take action without waiting for motivation, several powerful things happen. 1. Chemical rewards. Your brain releases dopamine and other feel-good chemicals that make you want to repeat the behavior. 2. Identity reinforcement. Your brain starts to see you as someone who practices English rather than someone who wants to practice English. 3. Pathway strengthening. The neural connections for English learning become stronger and more automatic. 4. Reduced resistance. Future action becomes easier because your brain has created a pattern of following through. Practical English applications. Instead of waiting until you feel confident to speak English, try speaking one English sentence out loud right now. Instead of waiting until you have time for a full study session, try learning just one new word immediately. Instead of waiting until you feel motivated to practice listening, try playing one English song or video right now. Instead of waiting until you're ready for conversation practice, try recording yourself saying, "Hello, how are you today?" The 2-minute action rule. To overcome the motivation trap, use the 2-minute rule.
Make your English actions so small that they take less than 2 minutes and require almost no motivation. 2-minute English actions. Read 1 paragraph in English. Listen to 1 English song. Write 1 sentence about your day in English. Look up 1 new word in the dictionary. Say good morning to yourself in English. Watch 2 minutes of an English video. Teaching note: the 2-minute rule works because it's so small that you can't make excuses. Once you start, you often continue for longer than 2 minutes naturally. Building the action habit. Week 1. Take 1 tiny English action daily, regardless of how you feel. Week 2. Notice how taking action changes your motivation levels. Week 3. Gradually increase your actions as they become more automatic. Week 4. Celebrate how action has built your English learning momentum. The mindset shift. Change your internal dialogue from old thinking, I need to feel motivated first, then I'll take action, to new thinking, I don't need to feel ready, I just need to act and my brain will catch up. This mindset shift is powerful because it removes the pressure to feel a certain way before practicing English. You simply need to begin, and your brain will create the supporting motivation. Real-life examples. Sarah's story. Sarah waited months to feel ready for English conversation. Finally, she decided to just say hello to 1 English speaker. That small action led to a 5-minute conversation, which built her confidence for longer conversations. Mike's experience. Mike kept postponing English reading because he didn't feel like it. One day, he forced himself to read just 1 paragraph. He ended up reading for 20 minutes and felt energized to continue the next day. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Common action-first mistakes. Making actions too big. Don't start with hour-long English sessions. Start with tiny actions that feel almost effortless. Judging your feelings. It's normal to not feel motivated sometimes. Don't interpret this as failure, just take action anyway. Waiting for perfect conditions. There's never a perfect time. Act with whatever time, energy, or resources you have right now. Expecting immediate motivation. Sometimes motivation follows action quickly. Sometimes it takes days or weeks. Trust the process. Key learning points for action over motivation. Waiting to feel motivated is one of the biggest traps. Action comes first, motivation follows, according to neuroscience. Light the match first means take action before you feel ready. Build momentum means create forward energy through consistent action. Small actions, 2 minutes or less, are easier to start than large ones. Let's explore how repeated actions literally reshape your brain and transform who you become as an English learner. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This phrase represents fundamental brain science. Every time you repeat an action or thought, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with it. Every time you repeat something, your brain makes it easier to do again. Think of it like laying down train tracks. Every time you repeat a behavior, you're strengthening that track. Eventually, your brain makes the repeated behavior the easiest route and takes this path automatically. Teaching note: neurons are brain cells. Fired together, wire together, means brain cells that activate at the same time create stronger connections. This is why practice makes behaviors more automatic. From effort to automaticity. Stage 1, conscious effort. When you first practice English pronunciation or grammar, it requires conscious attention and energy. Stage 2, familiar routine. With repetition, English practice becomes more familiar and requires less mental effort. Stage 3, automatic response. Eventually, certain English patterns become so strengthened that they happen naturally without thinking. Examples of English automaticity: saying thank you automatically in English, understanding common phrases without translation, using correct grammar patterns without conscious thought, recognizing English sounds and words instantly. Small habits, big identity changes. Here's a crucial insight. Small habits matter because small daily actions begin to sculpt your identity. You don't need dramatic changes to transform how you see yourself as an English learner. The identity formation process. You repeat a small action, listen to English for 5 minutes daily. Your brain strengthens pathways for that behavior. The action becomes more automatic and natural. You begin to see yourself as someone who naturally consumes English content. This identity reinforces the behavior and makes it easier to maintain. Teaching note: sculpt your identity means to gradually shape who you are. Identity formation is the process of developing your sense of who you are. Habit architecture vocabulary. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Brain science principle. Laying down train tracks, strengthening neural pathways through repetition. The easiest route and automatic path are how habits become effortless. Sculpt your identity, gradually shape who you are. Automaticity, when behaviors happen without conscious thought.
Making your why specific and vivid. Transform general into specific. General: I want to travel. Specific: I want to confidently ask for directions in London, order fish and chips like a local, and have a genuine conversation with someone in a pub. General: I want career success. Specific: I want to present my ideas clearly in international video calls and feel respected for my expertise, not limited by language barriers. General: I want to understand English media. Specific: I want to laugh at English comedy shows,
understand the emotional depth of English song lyrics, and discuss my favorite English books with other readers. The smile test. Your true why should pass the smile test. When you think about it, you should naturally smile and feel energy in your body. If thinking about your reason makes you feel excited, that's a good sign you've found a strong why. Creating your why statement. Write your personal why statement using this format. I'm learning English because I want to specific action so that I can emotional outcome. Examples. I'm learning English because I want to confidently order food in English-speaking countries so that I can feel independent and adventurous when traveling. I'm learning English because I want to help my children with their homework so that I can feel proud of being a supportive parent. I'm learning English because I want to understand English movies without subtitles so that I can fully appreciate the art and emotion of filmmaking. Strengthening your why over time. Your why may evolve as you grow and learn. That's completely normal. Regularly reconnect with your motivation. Reflecting on how your English has already improved your life. Imagining new possibilities that better English could create. Adjusting your goals as your life circumstances change. Adding new layers of meaning to your original why. Key learning points for finding your why. Close to your heart means emotionally important to you. Touches your life means directly affects your personal experience. Feels strong to you creates a powerful emotional response. Your why should be specific, not general. A good why makes you smile and gives you energy when you think about it. Now, let's create a simple, powerful practice that will strengthen your motivation every single day. The 5-minute daily practice. This ritual takes only 5 minutes, but can transform your entire English learning journey. It consists of 3 simple steps that you can do every morning or at any time when your motivation feels low. Step 1. Connect with your reason. 2 minutes. Every morning, ask yourself, why am I learning English? And articulate the answer aloud or in writing. Examples of daily affirmations. I'm learning English because I want to travel with confidence. I'm learning English because I want to feel proud of myself. I'm learning English because I want to connect with people from around the world. I'm learning English because I want to expand my career opportunities. Why this works. Saying your why out loud or writing it down strengthens the why in your mind. It's like watering a plant. Regular attention helps your motivation grow stronger. Teaching note. Articulate means to express clearly in words. Affirmations are positive statements you say to yourself to reinforce beliefs or goals. Step 2. Imagine your future. 1 minute. Close your eyes for 1 minute and vividly imagine your future self successfully using English. This could involve ordering food confidently in a foreign country, laughing with international friends, giving a presentation in English, reading an English book with complete understanding, having a deep conversation in English, creating vivid mental pictures. Make the picture bright in your mind. Hear your voice, feel your body relaxed and confident. This imagination makes your why real in your brain. Sensory details to include. Visual. What do you see around you? What are you wearing? What expressions do people have? Auditory. What does your confident English voice sound like? What responses do you hear? Kinesthetic. How does confidence feel in your body? What emotions are you experiencing? Environmental. Where are you? What's the atmosphere like? Teaching note. Vividly means in a clear, detailed way. Kinesthetic refers to feelings related to movement and physical sensations. Daily motivation ritual vocabulary. Articulate the answer aloud. Express clearly by speaking. Strengthens the why in your mind. Makes motivation more powerful. Vividly imagine. Picture clearly and in detail. Make the picture bright in your mind. Create clear mental images. Imagination makes your why real. Step 3. Take one small action. Each day, complete a single, small English-related task. The key is that it should be small enough to do even on busy or unmotivated days. Examples of small daily actions. Listen to one English song. Read one English paragraph. Write 3 sentences about your day. Learn one new English word. Watch a 2-minute English video. Say good morning to yourself in English. Describe your breakfast in English. Look up one English idiom. The power of small steps. Small is strong. While large, infrequent efforts may lead to burnout, if you do 5 minutes every day, you can continue for weeks, months, even years. This consistency builds several things. Habits. Regular practice becomes automatic. Confidence. Small successes accumulate into strong self-belief. Fluency. Daily exposure and practice compound over time. Teaching note. Compound over time means small effects add up to create large results. Accumulate means to gather or collect gradually. Why this ritual works. Psychological benefits. Memory reinforcement. Daily repetition strengthens your motivational memories. Identity building. Regular practice helps you see yourself as an English learner. Momentum creation. Small daily actions build forward energy. Confidence building. Consistent success, even in tiny ways, increases self-belief. Neurological benefits. Pathway strengthening. Daily English exposure builds stronger brain connections. Habit formation. Regular practice creates automatic learning behaviors. Positive association. Connecting English with positive emotions makes it more enjoyable. Adapting the ritual to your life. Morning person version. 7 a.m. State your why while drinking coffee. 7:02 a.m. Visualize success while getting ready. 7:03 a.m. Listen to one English song during breakfast. Evening person version. 9 p.m. Write your why in a journal. 9:02 p.m. Visualize success while relaxing. 9:03 p.m. Read one English paragraph before bed. Busy day version. State your why during lunch break. Visualize success while commuting. Practice one English word while waiting. Building the ritual habit. Week 1. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Just do the ritual daily, even if imperfectly. Week 2. Notice how the ritual affects your motivation and energy for English. Week 3. Adjust the ritual to fit your schedule and preferences better. Week 4. The ritual should start feeling natural and automatic. Troubleshooting common problems. I forget to do the ritual. Link it to an existing habit, morning coffee, evening routine. Set a phone reminder for the same time daily. Keep a simple checklist visible. I don't feel motivated even after the ritual. Your why might not be specific or emotional enough. Try different visualization scenarios. Adjust your small actions to be even smaller. I don't have time. Remember, it's only 5 minutes. Do it while doing other activities, commuting, eating. Prioritize it like brushing your teeth, essential daily maintenance. Tracking your progress. Keep a simple record of your daily ritual. Day 1. V. Said my why. V. Visualized success. V. Learned the word adventure. Day 2. Wrote my why. V. Imagined ordering food in English. V. Read one paragraph. Day 3. Stated my why aloud. Visualized confident presentation. Listened to English song. Key learning points for daily motivation ritual. Articulate aloud means to express clearly by speaking. Vividly imagine means to picture clearly and in detail. Small is strong. Tiny, consistent actions are more powerful than large, inconsistent ones. Compound over time. Small effects add up to create large results. Consistency in the ritual builds habits, confidence, and fluency. What an inspiring journey we've taken together through the world of internal motivation. You now understand that your why is more powerful than any textbook, app, or external pressure when it comes to English learning success. Your weekly motivation plan. Week 1. Discover your why. Complete the why discovery questions from today's lesson. Write your personal why statement. Test it with the SMILE test. Does thinking about it energize you? Week 2. Start the daily ritual. Begin the 5-minute daily practice. Connect, imagine, act. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. Notice how daily motivation affects your English learning energy. Week 3. Deepen your practice. Make your visualization more vivid and detailed. Experiment with different small daily actions. Adjust the ritual timing to fit your schedule. Week 4. Build momentum. The ritual should feel more natural and automatic. Notice improvements in your motivation and English skills. Celebrate your consistency and progress. The 4 keys to lasting English motivation. 1. Internal over external. Build motivation from your personal dreams and goals, not from external pressure. 2. Specific over general. Your why should be emotionally specific, not vaguely general. 3. Daily over sporadic. Regular small actions are more powerful than irregular large efforts. 4. Connection over perfection. Focus on connecting English to your life rather than achieving perfect performance. Signs your motivation is working. Within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent practice, you should notice looking forward to English practice rather than avoiding it, finding natural opportunities to use English, feeling excited about your progress rather than frustrated by mistakes, continuing English activities even when not required, seeing yourself as an English learner rather than someone who should learn English. Your motivation mantra. My why is my fire. Every day I connect with my reason, imagine my success, and take one small step forward. I am not just learning English, I am becoming the person I want to be. This week's challenge. Complete the daily motivation ritual for 7 consecutive days and share your experience in the comments. Tell me, what's your personal why for learning English? How did the daily ritual affect your motivation? And what small daily action did you choose? Thank you for joining me on this motivational journey. If this lesson helped you discover your inner drive for English learning, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who needs to rediscover their motivation. Remember, external pressure fades, but internal fire burns forever. When you know your why, you'll find your way to English fluency. Until next time, keep your motivation strong, keep taking small daily actions, and keep improving your English with us.